I spent my first 25 years with Microsoft and I learned so much, which triggered the idea that maybe we should give back. So we're gonna have a podcast. My name is Mark Souza. I'm the Chief Technology Officer for Microsoft Asia region. Now I'm going to be joined by many guests from different companies, and together we're going to share what we learned. We're going to talk about technology, challenges, and solutions. So please join us. Well, welcome to the next edition of Tech Talk. Today we're going to continue on the conversation around generative AI. And I'm very excited to go to Korea and welcome my friend, Mr. Eddie Zhang, Vice President and Head in the Data and AI Division at LG CNS. Eddie, welcome.
Thank you, Mark. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, my friend. Let's start off with a brief introduction of your background and explain about your role at LG CNS.
Hi, my name is Eddie. I'm working in LG CNS for more than 20 years in LG Group, both in LG CNS and also LG Corp, the holding company. I'm working in consulting, business management, and new business development. Currently, I am responsible for the data and AI business and technology in LG CNS. The CNS, as you know, is the number one IT and DX service provider in Korea.
That's great. And I'm very excited that you have so much experience in this space. Now, you carried out more than 20 generative AI projects for various customers in Korea. Could you share a little bit about some of these projects and some technical learnings?
Yeah, before diving on one or two POCs that I have done last year, I would say that first of all, working on a wide variety of Gen AI projects in Korea was a great experience in itself. And because the technology is evolving day by day, I was able to share the journey of various Korean companies who are taking bold steps to drive business results without delay, while keeping the medium and long-term future in their mind. Our clients were able to see firsthand what Gen AI can do, identify possibilities and even gaps, and gain experiences to inform their future strategies. So because of its flexibility, Gen AI can play a very important role in transforming a company's business and even generating new business. Gen AI can be a key enabler. I also found that for certain customers, with their such high expectations, they were a little scared about the risk that Gen AI can make. But at this point, I believe if we can clarify the use case of business purpose of the Gen AI project, not the performance itself, but the performance for what? In that case, we can achieve better results even today. So when it comes to using generative AI, even Korean customers, there are some customers that would say the goal is to get 100% correct answers like a rule. And if it doesn't, it's not effective. We are on the way of constant process of convincing and explaining them the vision of Gen AI. Yeah, that's the things that I have watched throughout the more than 20 Gen AI POCs in Korea.
Those are good learnings, Eddie. I like that you shared that customers fear the risk. I think that's true for many of our customers. And that customers may think that they need a 100% correct answer. And your experience shows that may or may not be the case. So thank you for sharing that. So Eddie, the Korean market are actively making efforts to secure their own LLMs. Can you talk a little bit more about what that means to the Korean market?
Yeah, that's a great question. Korea is one of few countries leading the way globally in the LLM development. Even LG is also developing a model called XR1 through the entity, the LG AI Research Center. So, but thinking about the landscape of the Korean LLM market, I think we have to segment the LLM market. The one segment is that the general purpose LLM, that is the one. The general purpose model will fight for the position of SOTA, and I believe that is long way to go for the general purposes model. So enterprise companies will take hands the winner of the SOTA. And I think the winner can be determined by looking at three T's collectively. I would say the three T's that the three T's is about one is task accuracy, performance, and total cost of ownership, and finally, time to deliver. These are the three T's. So as of today, the SOTA from a 3T perspective in language model is GPT-4. But I'll address another segment. That means that not all the business requirements require the general purpose model. In some cases in Korea, like as public institutions usage in Korea, it is not possible to use the SOTA model, the GPT, due to security issues. In some cases, we need a model that can be used on edge devices, which is another hot topic now, especially for this year. And in a situation where only a very specific task needs to be performed, the optimal choice from the 3T perspective may vary. So the LLMs and the small LLMs approaching in Korea will strive to be the best at 3T under specific conditions, with the specificity of the Korean language and Korean companies. So what matters is the needs of the company. So LG and so many companies in Korea trying to identify and challenge the areas where there are the corporate needs, and the place that identify and promote them will be established as a successful model.
That's an important point to educate that every market is different and the Korean market is unique in its own way. So what are the learnings specific to the Korean enterprise customers that you would like to share with us?
Because we live in Korea, the Korean language is the most important thing. That's the point that we have watched throughout the year. But since Korean language is used, performance in Korean is an important factor. And this is very important not only for LLM, but also for the retrieval model, which still needs a lot of improvement. In addition, the way of knowledge is managed in Korea, PowerPoint documents are used a lot. And the part of extracting knowledge while maintaining the context of the document in PowerPoint, we can call it document understanding, also plays an important role in the spread of LLM-based applications in Korea.
I've also learned, Eddie, that the importance of translation to the Korean language, if the prompt is done in English, that translation to proper Korean language is very important, or could affect the quality of the prompt and the quality of the result. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yes, of course.
Excellent. So what are some more important factors that Korean companies should consider when adopting generative AI?
Since most enterprise customers don't build their own generative AI models, especially the foundation models, they need to have a good strategy for utilizing them, not building them. Generative AI models are becoming increasingly important. It is not just that they're used in application, but in some future, a large part of their functionality of their application will be performed by Gen AI. And the Carpathy's operating system analogy explains this very well. At the same time, this should go without saying we shouldn't lose sight of purpose of business transformation. Achieving this goal, the business transformation requires two directions together. One is to identify and implement business and process transforming use cases, especially killer, or we can call hyperscale use cases, and create them ahead of the competitors. This is so-called purpose-driven approach. We focus on finding use cases with high ROI, not only for our customers, but also for LG CNS. The other is to get everyone on board with the change. I'm calling it enterprise-driven approach. The power of the efforts of all the employees, all the members of each company is enormous. This part is very important for each company to create a data-driven enterprise, AI-driven enterprise based on big data and AI technology. So organizational design is very essential. I also think this is the job of IT and DX service provider to understand the resistance and the rejection of employees caused by the applying new technologies and help them to apply them as easily as possible.
Excellent. I love the enterprise-driven approach, and ensuring that we have the correct data estate is key to successful deployment of AI solutions. So thank you for sharing that. Any other comments you have or anything else you'd like to share with your counterparts across the world?
So there are many different stakeholders in the GenAI space. The role of companies like LG CNS, IT, DX service provider, and CSP like Microsoft is very essential for each our customer to achieve their business results. So just as the existence of the SOTA model simplifies the customer's LLM choice, I think the existence of SOTA service can make the customer choice very simple, which is also very important. I mentioned you about 3 T's for the LLM models, and we can take a step further. We should evaluate the 3 T's even to LLM-based application, which can be delivered with companies like you and us. I want throughout this chance, I would say that LG CNS and with Microsoft is and wants to keep the position of SOTA service providers even in GenAI world.
Well, great. Well, I just want to make sure that everybody gets it loud and clear. Those 3 T's were great learnings today. The accuracy, the task accuracy, the total cost of ownership, and time to delivery. I hope everybody steals that from you and the learnings from you. I do know this, Eddie, that customers are asking for expertise and people with experience. So this type of experience that LG CNS has and sharing with others, it's been very, very helpful. So I hope you come back and join us in the future and share more learnings with us.
My pleasure.
And thank you everyone for listening in again to Tech Talk. And we'll see you next episode.